Hello, my beauty enthusiasts. I continue talking microdermabrasion throughout the years at this point, and you do bombard me with questions, comments about diamond tip microdermabrasion, and I continue explaining and clearing out the confusion about diamond tip microdermabrasion. And this is great. I love that you have questions. I love that you want to know how to use it properly so you don't harm the skin. So that is very, very important. Let's continue talking about it. So today what I want to do is I want to answer most of your questions, and a lot of questions are, of course, what machines I should buy. I don't prefer, and I'm not going to recommend a particular brand. You are welcome to send me your finds, and I will check it out for you and let you know if it's a good buy, if it's if it has quality, if it's a good brand, if they have good support for you. So I will do that for you. So please write to me and send me your machines that you would like to maybe buy and you're having doubts or questions. So I will do that for you. But in general, I wanted to say that yes, you can definitely invest in a good microdermabrasion machine. I have purchased different ones. I have purchased those that you can buy on Amazon, those machines that you can purchase from an FDA cleared vendor, and those are over $1,000 for sure, maybe even over $3,000. You can, and what I have to tell you is that I think that when you buy something a bit more expensive, something that is of a quality, then you definitely get a better support. You definitely get better quality of the device, of the motor itself, and the longevity of the device is there, so you can use it without a headache. There is manufacturer warranty on it, so if anything happens to the machine, you have the technical support that will help you with the device. Now, if the money is not there, you're a beginner and you don't have the investment for a fancy microdermabrasion machine, that I would say, my opinion again, other estheticians may not side with me on that, but I say go ahead and purchase a machine that is on the cheaper side. Amazon is not a bad option, but you do definitely have to pay attention to a couple of things. One is that the suction gauge is is normal. Okay, it's good, it's workable, because what happens is that a lot of times these machines can give you a very chaotic control of the gauge suction. It can either go from a very low to an extremely high suction, so be very careful. Test it out on yourself, on your arm first before you put it on the client. So don't test those machines on the client faces, please, or on the faces, period. So if you purchase a machine, make sure you test it on your arm first, and make sure that when you adjust the control of the suction, it does it smoothly. Okay, not chaotically, not from too low to too high. That's not a good machine. And then still, you want to have a support of the vendor. You want to make sure that there is at least a 1 year warranty, and if anything happens, they will support you. They will replace the machine or the part of that machine. That's another thing. I also wanted to tell you that sometimes you don't have to use the actual microdermabrasion machine. And again, that's my opinion. I've done it all, I've tried it all. One of the options for you, if you do own a stackable, like this one, for example, here, this is one of my stackable machines. Okay, here I have the vacuum suction machine. You can see it says vacuum suction. You can use the vacuum part of it. You can. Another part is a spray. Okay, so one part sucks in, okay, it absorbs in, and the other one shoots out. So you can use the vacuum part of the machine with microdermabrasion tip. Okay, this is a hand tip of microdermabrasion, and it's just as good as if you were to purchase a less expensive microdermabrasion machine. So I've tried it many times. It works just as well. I've had all kinds of machines, and like I said, for the beginner, if you don't have that investment, don't worry about it. It's okay. You will be fine. As soon as you make your money and you can invest in a better quality machine, then go ahead and do that for sure. Now, another thing that you do have to pay attention to are the tips. Okay, so a lot of you ask me, what tips I should use on what skin. How do I know which tip I should use on what type or condition of the skin and whatnot. So I say this: all of your tips have a number. Okay, the lower the number, the coarser the grit, the powder. Okay, sometimes when they wear out, you cannot see the number. Okay, it doesn't happen very often, but it happens to where the tip wears out and you can't see the number anymore. So until that happens, make sure that you train your eye to see your tips. Okay, you should be able to eventually pick up your tip, compare it to another one, and you don't even have to, like, I don't even look at the number anymore. I just know the coarseness of my powder that would go with that skin type. Okay, and a couple of things to pay attention is that number one is the coarseness of the aluminum powder. Okay, another one is the opening on that tip. Okay, so you can tell that one has a smaller opening, one has a larger opening. Okay, pay attention to the skin. All right, if the skin is thinner, more sensitive, but it still would benefit from microdermabrasion, then definitely pick the tip that has a finer powder and it has a smaller opening. That's important. Okay, and then you're going to select a lower suction too. So and when you work with the skin like that, make sure that you are not pressing. You shouldn't be pressing, when going over the skin. You should never press. You should only, apply the handpiece. Okay, lift the skin a little bit and then drag. Okay, you're going to lift the skin, so you're not pressing with microdermabrasion. You're doing the opposite. You're lifting the skin because the suction will hold the skin. Okay, so you're lifting it and then you're dragging it, right? So that's the proper way of doing microdermabrasion. So you know what to do for the more sensitive skin, thinner skin, less of an opening here, finer powder, and less suction. Okay, that's for the skin that can still benefit from microdermabrasion. If you're working on a coarser skin, then and you probably like thicker skin, then you may want to work with a uh, coarser powder, and maybe a larger opening is fine. The only thing I don't ever recommend is to take a body tip. You always have one in your kit and use it on the face. That I don't recommend, and I don't do that. um, Always use tips that are for the face. You always have enough in your kit. If you don't, then buy another kit so you have enough of tips. If you do that many microderms, then buy a couple of those kits. They're not expensive, and have a few. Like I have many. You see, I have many here, and I have a whole selection that I can always choose from, because sometimes you don't have enough time to sterilize them, clean them. Your next client is coming, so you don't want to use the tip that has not been cleaned and sterilized on your next client. Make sure you have enough tips. The next thing I wanted to talk about would be the filters. Okay, the filter you must have. definitely have to put the filter into your tip, or you can put it over the handpiece and then put the tip over it. But the filter has to be there because all the dead skin, the impurities, and everything will be caught by this filter. Okay, you don't want it to go into the machine. You don't want it to go through the tube, because you will ruin your machine earlier. That's gross. Okay, please don't do that. Now, so the filter is a must. Make sure that filter fits your machine. They do vary in sizes, so don't just buy any filter. Wherever you purchased your microdermabrasion machine, purchase the filters, extra filters there too. Because technically I use one filter per client. Now, another thing that I wanted to tell you is that I have noticed that a lot of you use just one tip for a procedure, so one tip per procedure. That is, most of the time, that is incorrect. Unless someone has just a little bit of dead skin, and then very, very light microdermabrasion is needed, then it's fine. But in the real microdermabrasion treatment, you will change tips. Okay, you will change tips, so you will definitely have to have a few tips. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I change up to 6 tips in my treatment. All depends on how oily the skin is, thick, the buildup amount. On the men's skin, a lot of times you will change more tips, so it's okay. That's actually a good thing. So every time you do your microdermabrasion, make sure you check and see if your tip, like right now, I don't know if you can tell, but it's nice and shiny. If it's dull and not shiny anymore, and you can tell, you can't even see the grid anymore, the powder, then you have to change the tip. You're not microderming anything if that tip is already clogged with their dead skin. So please change your tips. Pay attention, look at it and pay attention, and exchange them. Okay, so that's that. I told you about what machines to buy or not to buy. I told you about the tips, filters, and how do you clean the tip? Somebody asked me, how do you clean the tip? What I do is I take a couple of ways you can do it. I take an antibacterial soap, and I take a brush, coarse brush, okay? Put the soap all around the tip, okay, and brush it just like we're brushing our teeth, okay? So I brush, brush, brush through, all in, out, okay? Brush, rinse, and then I spray it with the hospital grade disinfectant. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, rinse, and let it dry. When you let it dry, you can put it face down, so the tip down on the clean paper towel, and let it dry that way. Okay, that's how you can put it in a dry sterilizer as well after you clean it with the antibacterial soap. But to clean with antibacterial soap, the filters you throw away, but the tip, you just brush. Make sure your brush is coarse, harsh. Okay, so you can brush. Don't be too aggressive, but you want to make sure that all the skin, so when you look at it after you brush it and rinse it, it has to be shiny again. Okay, that's how you know you cleaned it well. Then you can dry it. Then you can either spray with the hospital grade disinfectant, or I use Cavicide, or you can place it into the dry sterilizer as well. Okay, so that's how you clean it. Pay attention to the suction always. Okay, suction has to be checked before you put the tip or the handpiece on a client. Okay, so make sure that you check it. You can check it on your gloved hand. Okay, so don't microderm yourself, because then you're going to cross contaminate. You're going to actually contaminate the tip with your skin, and then you're going to put it on the client's skin. So that's not cool. Okay, don't do that. Um, Another topic that I wanted to cover real quick is how to combine. What can I combine microdermabrasion with? Okay, of course you can do microdermabrasion by itself on its own as a microdermabrasion facial. Usually in that case, the skin has to be free of clogged pores and just have the buildup of dead skin. If that's not the case, then you can combine microdermabrasion with deep pore cleansing facial. That is a great combination. Now, in this case, again, my experience, my opinion, in my practice, some estheticians can disagree with me, and that's fine. I think as long as you don't harm the skin, that is fine, and you are effective and you bring results to your clients. You can do microdermabrasion before your extractions or after, or you can do microdermabrasion partially before and partially after. Okay, it all depends, and you're welcome to, if you have a particular client that you're thinking that that's what you should be doing, you're welcome to write to me, write your question, describe your client, and I will answer. I will answer your question. We will brainstorm it together. We will figure it out together. Okay. Now, um, another thing that I love to combine with microdermabrasion, and that's probably been for just a few years now, is non-invasive carboxytherapy. My absolute love. I love to perform carboxytherapy, non-invasive, and in particularly, I like to use CO2 carboxy combo by Ripe Skin. Okay, this is the company that I use. I do distribute this product as well. So there's the company that is distributing this product in the United States offers great support, and I am a part of that company. So you are welcome to ask me any questions and purchase carboxytherapy from us. I have to tell you that carboxytherapy, for those of you who don't know what carboxytherapy, non-invasive liquid carboxy CO2 gas, that's what it is. And what it does, it oxygenates the skin. We do many master classes, certifications for this baby, but this will change your results. It will take your results to the next level, and this is one of the best therapies to combine with microdermabrasion with any advanced treatment, because what it does, it oxygenates the skin. By oxygenating the skin, you are promoting a great deal of regeneration, restoring, recovering. So your skin, instead of being all sensitive and blotchy after dermaplaning, chemical peel, laser, your skin will glow. It gives such a great prep before any advanced treatment that you must use carboxytherapy before you do any of the advanced treatments, and microdermabrasion is one of them. So I'm not going to repeat myself, but this is my favorite. Ask me questions if you want. I'll clear your confusion if you are confused. Now, another thing that I love to combine microdermabrasion with would be dermaplaning. I love dermaplaning after microdermabrasion. Again, a lot of you can disagree with me, but I've done it many times and I am a safe esthetician. But dermaplaning gives me that extra exfoliation, because a lot of times after microdermabrasion, the skin can still be a little bit how would I say, you can still see, you can feel that some of the skin is still left, like you're tearing the skin with microdermabrasion, but some pieces of it are still there, and you can go over but so many times. So in that case, what I love to do is either an enzyme peel. I don't do chemical peels after microdermabrasion, and that's just me. I know estheticians that do. I don't do it. But I love to use enzyme peels. I use Keralica. It's a French professional line. Keralikas enzyme peels, as well as Korean enzyme peels I love to use, but they are enzyme. It could be liquids, powders, gels, but you can, and you, again, please write to me, ask me questions, but you can use enzyme after microdermabrasion, okay? As well as dermaplaning after microdermabrasion. Other combinations are okay, like laser skin rejuvenation. You can do laser, you would do laser before. So my favorite combo is doing carboxytherapy, laser, and then microdermabrasion. So you can also perform certain peels. An acne peel, for example, can be, if again your skin permits you to do microdermabrasion on that type of acne skin. So there are very many unique combinations that you can do to actually achieve your goal, to give your client results. And of course, we know that now we are in the industry of result oriented treatments. Um, you are always welcome to write to me to ask your questions. Maybe you have a device, like an LED device is another device that would be great to combine with microdermabrasion. But maybe you have a device or a product that you want to share with me, and brainstorm. We can brainstorm together, and see how you can incorporate other things into your microdermabrasion treatment. Maybe you have a machine that you are looking for, and you are debating whether you should or shouldn't buy this machine. Send it to me. Send me the information. I will tell you my opinion, if you care, of what I think. Again, my experience goes back to 1998 is when I started aesthetics, and I never stopped. I never stopped. I'm 52 years old, and I'm still practicing. I own a medical spa in Brooklyn, New York, and I educate. You know that I educate, and I distribute products. So you're welcome to write to me. I would love to become your mentor. That's why I'm here at this point. I've been doing skincare for over 25 years, and this is definitely my time to share the information. You're welcome. I'm opening my doors to you. We will continue talking about microdermabrasion. Please send me more questions. If I need to do another demo, I will. But again, thank you for being with me, and I hope to see you guys soon in my further videos. Have a good one.